I'm live. Anybody out there? We will wait. Hey, Latanga's God. How's it going? Welcome to the Sleepy NHL. Scotty, Trent McDonald. Hey guys, thanks for coming in. So, what's up? What you guys want to know about whatever? I'm doing good, thanks. You? Let's see. Hey, Tyler, 410, didn't say hi yet. Hey, Shock. So, what you guys think of the trade rumor? I've been talking about it for a while. It feels good that it's actually maybe happening. Yeah, Raiders jersey. I'm not a big NFL fan, but I got a Raiders jersey. Randy Moss on the back. I don't know if you saw that. Talk about Raptors, Sleepy NHL. I'm not a basketball person. I'm really not. Go Raptors, though. Go Raptors. But I don't know much about basketball to talk about it. Byron is out. You mean of that trade, that Sleepy NHL? You talk about that trade? Byron out? I hope Byron's not in that trade. Yeah, if we get Ghost, we can be. I think we're definitely going to be. I think we're going to be a playoff team anyway. We just missed it by so little. They don't need to do too much to get to be in the playoffs. But if we get Ghost, I think now we're talking. Well, Latanga's God, I know you're a Pens fan just from your name. Let's see. Well, talk about Ghost to Montreal. Well, he'll fix up. I mean, that's the hole we have. He's perfect for what we need on that left side. He's a puck-moving defenseman. He's offensive. He takes away. I think he can run a power play. So he takes away a lot of pressure off of Weber. Weber can be more of a defensive player, and then just power play, take that shot. Yeah, I think he fixes up a lot of our problems on the back end. I think we need a little more offense from the back end, and that's one of the things that was missing, that power play and a little offense from the back end. Did I watch the Stanley Cup game? Yeah, I did watch the game last night. I wasn't going to because I really don't like the Bruins. I didn't want to see them win the cup, but I figured, you know what? I've got this channel. I should at least watch the Game 7 of the Stanley Cup, and I really enjoyed it. And, hey, Blues fans and the Blues, congratulations on that cup. You guys deserved that, and that was a good ass-kicking to Boston. Respect. What, for the Bruins? Hey, Scott, respect for the Bruins or respect for St. Louis? That was a hell of an effort. Binnington's going to be a good goalie. Respect for the Pens. Yeah, I got respect for the Pens. I don't dislike the Pens. You cheer, David Arthur. Welcome in, David. Yeah, you cheer for the Blues. Right on. You got a cup finally there. I was cheering for them last night. I'll tell you that. I was so glad when they got that first goal. It was like, yeah, game over. And it was pretty much. Thank God they got more than one, but how's it lag? Is it lagging for you guys at all? I think just a little bit, eh? Does Suzuki take Shaw's spot? You know what? I don't think so. I think Armia takes Shaw's spot if they trade him. They move Armia up, and then Suzuki takes Armia's spot on the third line on the right wing. I think that's perfect. Hey, David, I cheer for other teams too, but mostly the Habs. I bleed red, white, and blue, so. Hey, Scott, I agree with you. Binnington, I was saying Binnington should win the Conn Smythe. When they announced that it was O'Reilly, I was a little surprised. Not that O'Reilly didn't really, I mean, he's deserving too, but I thought Binnington really, he stole the show last night. But O'Reilly was awesome. That whole team played so well last night. It's amazing. Let's see, did I miss any questions? Hey, Sports King, welcome in. Okay, I'll check it when I can't right now, but I'll check it later. Sports King, which video? Hey Scott, what's that? You were shocked that kid put them in his back most of the year. I'm not sure what you mean. Hey David, I know you're from Ottawa, and I don't blame you for not liking the Senators, or right now anyway. Their management's a problem. The Ghost Trade video, okay, Sports King. When I get on my other computer, I can't from this computer. Right after we're done here, I'll go check that out. Remember, I look at all my comments. Any comments that are recent, like in the last half hour, sorry, I've been preparing for this, so I didn't look. Yeah, Trent, that was amazing. He swore well, I was watching it on CBC, but he apologized. Typical Canadian, and good for him for that. I'm both, by the way. I have dual citizenship. I was born in the States. My parents were working there when I was born, so they're both Canadian, but I'm both. Montreal is going to always be much better than any other team. Even if they're not in the playoffs and they didn't do well, they're still the best team out there. Yeah, Scott, yeah. St. Louis, that's when it changed. When Binnington took over, they changed. It made all the difference. And look, it's like it's like here with the great goalies we've had. Patrick Waugh for many years carried this team. A great goalie, Carey Price, is carrying this team how many times? A great goalie can make all the difference, especially in the playoffs. He was amazing. That save with his leg. Oh, and you know what? I was watching the game and I was thinking how much this kid looks like Carey Price. He reminded me so much. The acrobatics, amazing. Do I think Lindgren is good enough for the backup role next year? I kind of do, but we won't know till training camp really. So I don't know if Bergie's going to take a chance. If you can get Curtis McElhinney on like a 2-year deal for not too much money, I would go for it, even if they have Lindgren. But do you wait till after training camp to get a backup goalie and take your chance with Lindgren? I don't know. What do you think? Okay, let me see if I can catch up. Yeah, Scott, it would be a travesty if Price doesn't get a cup. I agree. It's really. I grew up watching cup after cup after cup, and now it's how many years? It's horrible. It's a travesty right there. Hey, Randy, how you doing? I kind of agree with you, but you know what? If they say they trade Shaw, I don't want Byron in this deal, but if they trade Shaw, I think Shaw's tradable, and we can replace him. I think Army is ready for a breakout season. I think he's poised for a breakout season and can replace Shaw's numbers or close enough to them. Um, making that trade for Ghost, it frees up that money that you would spend on a free agent defenseman. So say you take Gardner at $7 million or something, but if you bring in Ghost, you don't need Gardner, you don't need Carlson, and if you want Matt Duchene or somebody like that, you have the money now. So I think the trade is good, and I think Shaw unfortunately is expendable. Hang on, I'm trying to. This is my first time live streaming, so if I'm a little slow, sorry about that. Yeah, Scott, you're right. He's the best goalie right now and for a long time. Hey, David, I listen to classic rock mostly. I'm 56, so that's my era. Hey, Trent, I agree with you. If Kreider didn't injure Price in the playoffs that year, he'd probably have a cup right now. Very possible. Drouin a second for go straight up, LOL. Scott, you know what? I wish. But I don't know. I don't think Philly's interested in Drouin. Drouin's not Philly's kind of guy, don't you think? Hang on, I'm going to turn off this light and see if that makes it. Yeah, okay, it's not shining my eye anymore so much. Um, I don't think Drew is Philly's type of guy. That's why I didn't really put him in a trade proposal, because I think Shaw is like the prototypical Flyer forward. He plays that Flyer type of game. And I think that's the guy they'd want. The thing for me is, what prospect are they going to want? Don't give up Paling or Suzuki. There's a few other prospects. Throw two of them in if you have to, but don't give up Paling and Suzuki. So that's my worry. Reimer. Okay, hang on a second. I got to scroll. I'm new at this. Okay, name's not there. If Habs don't land big UFA, I think Habs could land Rumour. Why would you want Rumour? Oh, I don't like that. Okay, let me catch up a bit here. Which free agent should Montreal target the most? You know, I don't know. Honestly, everybody wants Duchesne. I don't think we need to bring in a big guy like that. I think we're going to groom a number one center in the next year or two. Why bring in a big, like, if you sign Duchesne for 7-8 years, you kind of hamper the kids. And they're all centers that we're finally got centers, the prospects. I don't know. I don't think it's a center. I think we target a winger. If you give up, I'd like them to trade Drew. I really would. I think he's tradable right now, and I don't think next year he's going to be a left winger. I really like this kid Connor in Winnipeg. I don't know how they get him, but Kyle Connor. To me, he seems like the perfect fit in Drouin's spot. What do you guys think of that? Okay, wait, I stopped scrolling, so I got to catch up. Does signing Duchesne make Danault expendable? No. Danault is a defensive center. It's hard to replace a guy like Danault. I don't think Danault is expendable. And I don't. If you ask me, I don't want Duchesne. I don't want them to sign Duchesne. I don't think we need him. American Dream, yeah. Who do you think will make the Habs as rookies next year? Well, I think obviously it's good. I think Suzuki and Paling. I think Paling's already in. It's a matter of how does Suzuki do. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff just flashed by me, so if I missed some questions, I'm sorry. Scott thinks Suzuki, Paling, and Leskinen will play next year. Leskinen's kind of a dark horse. That's the term. Yeah, I don't know. And how many rookies are they going to go with? That's another thing. I don't know. It depends on the moves that Bergey's going to make. It really does. I don't think he needs to make a lot of moves, because I think that he has such a good nucleus here. Do you want to win a cup next season? I don't think they're going to. So why bring in a big guy, big center that screws up your cap issues and the length of his contract and all that stuff when you've got all this stuff coming up, all these rookies and all the possibilities? No. They're on the right track. Keep going. That's what I say. Okay, Carlos Spades. By the way, hi, Carlos. We want to win now, but not 5 years from now. Just like blood in, blood out. You know what? But you're not going to win now. What are you going to bring in that you're going to win right now? In 2 years, 3 years, yes. But next season, I don't think that's, unless, they get into the playoffs, and like this year, anything can happen. Okay. But I don't think realistically, they're building towards a 2-3 year plan, I think, right now. Excuse me. And I think they just got to keep going and doing what they're doing. Okay, I'm going to try to catch up. Trent McDonald agrees with me. I'd love to get Kyle Connor for the Habs. I think Kyle Connor might be the guy that fits really well here. The thing is, I don't know what kind of contract he's on. Is he an RFA or a UFA coming up? So I don't know. I know his contract or something coming up. So Scott agrees with me. Armia is going to have a breakout year this year. So me too. I hope they get him signed real soon. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. Like I said, I might miss some stuff. I'm really sorry, guys. Hey, Randy, thanks. My first time. I'll tell you the truth. I'm going to try to do one a week. I enjoy doing this. This is really fun. And in the hockey season too, I'll probably stream 1 or 2 games a week. And that's my plan to do this. I love this live stuff. It's fun. I hope I get better and faster at it. I will have a helper. soon. So to read me the comments and it'll be a little easier, kind of like the way a hockey guy does it, but right now I'm on my own. Okay, hockey coverage 101. Habs trade to Tar Ilonen and 2020 first rounder to the Blues for Riley Bozak and Sammy. Good. I'm glad you put an LOL there because, I mean, come on. For both teams, why would both teams want to do that? Let's see, Randy, I agree we don't need other centers. No, I don't think we do. Okay. I'm trying to get through this. So like I said, if I miss anybody, I'm really sorry. And let's get to this. Scotty, my dream D lines: Ghost, Weber, Edler, Petrie, and Mete, and Fleury. A man can dream, and I'm a dreamer. You know what? I have a feeling Edler's not coming out of Vancouver. I don't know why, but and what's he going to cost? If you can get Ghost with that trade, I like to save the money on the cap, and then if something comes up, you have the money. Okay, am I down to? Oh, I'm down to the bottom. All right, I caught up. Petrie is awesome. I put him in a deal because I was kind of seeing Carlson might come here, but it doesn't look like Carlson's really serious about coming here. I think Carlson might end up actually in Buffalo. I heard some talk about that, and that kind of makes more sense to me. And they say Tampa. I don't know how Tampa's going to afford Carlson, but there's talk that he's going to go to Tampa. Can you imagine? But that won't help him, I don't think, in the playoffs. They got to fix up something wrong there. Carlos Edler, I think, is like a $5 million guy, but they're very pricey. He's making $5 now. I think he's going to want more. I'm not sure how old Edler is, but isn't he around 30 or something like that? David, hey Rick, do you drink alcohol? Not often. I'll have a beer here and then, but I don't drink too much. Not supposed to. I got diabetes, so I'm not supposed to drink. Who do you think the Habs will draft in the first round? That's Sports King. That's a loaded question. It's really hard to say. I'm kind of leaning towards now that I guess it's not very popular. My thought about Samuel Poulin, and dropping down to get him. I think this kid's got the talent to be a top 15 pick, but he's not going to be one. So you trade down and make it, you get some extra draft picks, and you get a guy that I think here is going to be a great player. And I'm not saying it because he's a French guy. He's a local kid. I don't care if he's English or French. He's from here, and he's got the talent, and he's not a Louis LeBlanc. He's not a Louis LeBlanc. No way. Okay, I ranted a bit. Sorry, guys. Okay, let me get to something here that I can... Edler will be Alzner 2.0 if Bergevin gets his hand on. That's from Adam Einey. You know what? I'm kind of afraid of that. Because I'm right. He's about 32 or something, right? And maybe he slows down after we sign him to a big contract. I don't like that. Cam York or Krebs, I hope. Hey, Scott, I'd love to get Krebs. I hope people pass on him and he drops down. Although I don't think that'll happen. From what the talk is out there, he's not going to drop. Hey, David, don't be sorry to hear that. It's okay. You get that. Yeah, I ate so much sugar in my life. It's not a surprise I've got diabetes. I'm managing it. It's fine. I wasn't much of a drinker before anyway. I've done buyout Alzner videos. Come on, MB, tune in already. Hey, Scott. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I saw, I don't know where it was I saw this, but there's a way to get him gone and reduce the cap hit on him, but you need 2 trade partners. So I'm going to go through this. Hopefully you guys will listen to me out. And I don't remember where I saw this, but it made a lot of sense. I think it's the only way to get rid of him right now. You have to find someone to trade him. We retain half of his salary. That part of that or all that goes against the cap. That's our cap hit. They trade him, and they retain half of what's left. And then the third team buys him out. And that way, everybody's cap hit is almost minimum. Montreal's cap, it's like less than half of what they would. See, that's the way to get rid of Alzner. So I don't know if that can happen, but, Sport King, what about Podkolzin? You know what? I think Podkolzin's going to drop. That's why he wasn't in my last, my final mock draft. I think he's going to drop. He's at least 2 years in Russia, and I don't know. I think teams this year might not take as much chance on Russian players that have KHL contracts getting out of Russia, and they'll drop and take them later. And I think that's what's going to happen to Podkolzin. I don't know. And I think he might be a risky prospect anyway. So, and I honestly, I don't know that much about him, but I've watched stuff and I'm not sold on him. New Hook. Adam says New Hook's an absolute beauty. I wish we'd get New Hook. That's one of the guys I wish we'd get. I like him. I like him. Scott, yep, you'll be stuck with a 1.8 mil cap hit for double his term. Not if we trade him away and retain half the salary. We don't. We're only stuck for the 3 years. It's the team that buys him out that has to go the 6 years, not the team that trades him. And at that point, the team that buys him out, it'll be like $1 million something his contract. So the cap hit's going to be really low, even though it's 6 years. So it works out. But the thing is, you got to find 2 teams to do that, and then you've got to give them something to do that, right? So it depends. Hey, Trent, I'm not from Newfoundland. Scott is, but man, I like that kid, New Hook. David, I hope Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings, Vegas Golden Knights, and St. Louis Edmonton Oilers make the playoffs next year. Yeah, well, I hope Montreal does, that's for sure. And if those are the teams you cheer for, right on. I think Detroit will start making a comeback now that Yzerman's at the helm. Scott, nobody will take him through trade, you're right, but this is a scheme to get rid of him. That's why you got to get 2 teams that'll work with you and do this. It's not like, oh, they'll do that. You got to work it out between the 3 teams and they agree. But yeah, you got to find 3 teams that'll do it. No one's going to pick him up on waivers. Hey guys, again, sorry if I'm not catching up to your questions. What are the chances we move up in the draft? I saw on Twitter that Bergevin was out. Yeah, Adam, I did a bit of a story on one of the Carlson and Duchesne video. I talked about that, and I did a little bit of a Spatten report on Caulfield. I've seen his highlights. This kid he'll solve the problem on the power play, and I think he may be ready this year. The problem is his size. He's small, but it's not so bad in this NHL now. If you've got that talent and you're small, you can still make it in the NHL. And what a shot he's got. He's a pure offensive sniper. So, yeah, maybe we'll get Caulfield, but I personally don't think Caulfield's going past number 8. So you'd have to move up to get Caulfield. Randy, I love Dale Weiss. Do you think he will be at the big club? No, Dale Weiss, I think, is done. He's going to play in Laval or they trade him, put him in a package. I know Dale Weiss was good when he was here the first time. He was a younger Dale Weiss. I liked him. He had I liked him, just like everybody else. But he's older now. You saw the way he played. He's making bad decisions. Nate Thompson was way better than him. So, no, Weiss is going back to Laval or they're trading him. Or he's retiring. I don't know. Hey, David. Yeah, you'd like to see a repeat winner? It would. I wouldn't bother me. If the Habs can't win it, might as well be the Blues. Otherwise, I want the Habs to win the Cup next year, every year. Scott, yeah, Weiss is done. Yeah. The Dutch Gretzky. Yeah, I did a video. Go look at my thing. I did a video about the Dutch Gretzky when they got him back. It's a funny story. Sports King. Will Thompson be with the big squad next year? That's a good question because, they signed him for a reason. And I heard an interview with him on the radio here, and he was saying he's going to mentor Paling a bit. So I'm not sure. Maybe he won't be a full-time center. Maybe he'll take the center. Sometimes Paling might play the wing. I think I talked about it once in a video. I'm not really sure. They've got a lot of centers, and I don't know how it's going to turn out. But He was good when he was, for the time he was here. He's signed. He's not going down to Laval. So either they're going to carry him and use him here and there, or I don't know. Let's see. I saw that Philly was shopping their 11th overall pick. Would be nice if we could get Ghost in that pick for the 15th and other pieces. Well, that's what I was talking about. I've had that. That's a way to trade up. I hope that's what Bergie and Philly are talking about, is trading Ghost, the 11th pick. Hopefully, Isaac Ratcliffe. Man, I'd like to see Ratcliffe and Suzuki up here one day. That guy's big. He's 6'4", I think. Big guy, got talent too. Yeah, it would be nice if that's what they're talking about. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to be proud that I was talking about it before it happened. But yeah, that would be really nice. Francesco Latarosa, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I see Ghost coming to Montreal. I like that player, and you get top 2D for $4.5 million. Sounds like a win to me. Yeah, and he's signed for 3 years still at $4.5 million, and he fixes your problem. And everybody is saying it, like, not just me. I've heard it on Sportsnet and TSN. That's the perfect guy for Montreal. Fixes their problem. So, yeah. No, it's not a Nazi flag. That's a Habs. Not a flag, though. It's a blanket. Okay, let's see. Adam, Shaw's at best. Wait, I got to go back to it. Sorry if I lost. Shaw's at best a third-line player. Domi made him what he was this year. I can't disagree with that. The thing, first of all, he's a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, so he's got experience. He doesn't get big games, don't phase him. He's got a lot of that. I agree. Domi probably helped him out a lot to get his career year in points and all that. But he's a good player, and you know what? He's a Philadelphia type player. But you may be right. That's why they're talking about Byron and Shaw. Is that in Philadelphia, will Shaw have a Domi to center him? So maybe that's why they want somebody like Byron as well. But I hope they don't include Byron. Byron's a great player to have around, even if he doesn't play every game. He's a great player to have around. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Sorry, guys, I'm looking for something to answer. Yeah, Johnny, big mistake to get rid of Byron. If I didn't say hi, Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Thanks for coming in. Tatar and Shaw plus the 15th overall for Gossipsir 11 and a prospect. Well, I mean, Ratcliffe's a prospect, so I don't know what you mean by a prospect, but Ratcliffe is a prospect. He hasn't made the team yet. So, so yeah, I agree. And you know what? I'd even add a couple of draft picks on Montreal's part. Gossipsir, the 11th, Ratcliffe, and even a second and and on Montreal's part, add a second and a fifth to Tatar. No, Tatar, you got to take Tatar out of there. Tatar, the 15th, a guy like Jake Evans or maybe Cale Fleury, and a second and a fifth if necessary, or a second or a fifth. That's how I see it. Tatar's not going anywhere. Tatar came in last year. He had a career year. He's still young. He's still signed. No, Tatar's not going anywhere. What do you guys think? You think Tatar's going to go anywhere? I don't think so. We don't have to talk much about the entry draft, David. Don't worry. I'm happy. Just let's talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm just looking for your questions, and I'll answer them. A top Scott, what do you mean by a top prospect would be a steal? From them or from us? I don't consider Jake Evans a top prospect or even Cale Fleury, so I don't really mind giving them up. How about adding McCarron in? Let's get McCarron over. Although maybe McCarron has a chance. They say he might have a chance this next training camp, so I don't know. Okay. Not bad. I'm pronouncing my last name. My last name starts with... Hang on, I want to finish that scroll here. Sorry, that's my meds alarm. Sorry, Francesca, where is it? Oh, Idarosa, Francesco Idarosa. It looked like an L from here. Sorry about that, bud. Okay, Sports King. So with Domi, Dano, Kotka, and Paling all at center, do you move Domi on the wing so Paling doesn't have to play on the fourth line at all? It's an option, and especially if you find a way to move Drouin, you put Domi on Drouin's wing, on Drouin's spot, the left wing, because he'll be a left winger. And yeah, it allows Paling to maybe move up into the third spot, and you have Dano, Kotka, and Paling. And then there's where Thompson comes in, because Thompson would be the fourth line center there. So maybe that's what their plan is. I don't know. And, I imagine maybe they're not 100% sure. They have ideas of what they want. They don't know what they can get and what they can do. So I imagine it changes even for them on a daily basis somewhat. How much do you think Domi's new contract will be after next year? Adam asked that. That's a really good question. I'll tell you why. If you're thinking of bringing in a free agent, an expensive one, okay, so they have, I think it's like 11 million right now on the cap space they're going to have free. But Domi's gonna get what, 8-9 million? Skinner just signed for 9 million. How many points did he get? Domi's got 72 points. Duchesne's going to sign for 8-9 million. He had around the same thing. Domi's going to get that. So we got to keep some money for that. So that's why I say I don't think we need to sign a big free agent center. We're going to develop one right now. That's what we're doing. We're in the midst of developing one. So, yeah. McCarron is running out of time, sadly, Johnny's asked. But, did you read the story about him that he's had a shoulder problem for about 4 years? And it's hampered him. I guess the shoulder hasn't hampered his skating. But they say they expect him to have a really good training camp. So let's see. But if you can put him in a deal and get rid of him, yeah, I kind of say let's do that. Okay, let's see. Scotty, 2021 is going to be a crazy year. They have to resign or extend Galley, Tatar. That's what I'm talking about. Galley, Tatar, Dano, and Domi. You got to find money for those guys. And what you're paying Price and Weber, and that's why if you can get Ghost at 4.5, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So that's why I think they're going to be having these rookies, the kids, coming up because the kids are cheap, and it balances things out. And I don't see where else they go because, I mean, are they going to trade Galley and Tatar and Dano when they come up for bigger contracts? I don't think so. Okay, what about goaltending? What needs to be done about our backup situation? I think Lindgren should be full-time. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, but, I mean, Lindgren is not 100%, so you're not going to find out till training camp. So do you go and pick up a guy before or after? I think they're going to try to get Lindgren to be the number to backup, but I don't know if he's going to be. But I think considering we were just talking about the cap issues, you got to try to make Lindgren your backup because he's going to be cheap, And I'll tell you what, I like what I saw of him in the last game. I don't know if he can keep doing that, but and a backup to Price, so you got to play 20, 25 games. He might be capable of that. Hey, Sports King, don't worry. I read all my comments. I'm not going to forget. I promise you. Adam, it's scary to think about what Domi could do playing with top 6 talent players. Well, you're right, and they're developing them. That's what bringing up Suzuki and Paling and all that you're developing them. Domi's still really young, so they're all going to grow together. That's how you get a core group of players. They grow together. That's how you win a cup. That's how, in my day, that's how they won a cup. Now, it might be a little different, I guess, today. I get that. Things are different, and you can do it faster. But to me, you develop your core, you develop the kids you draft, and that way you always have a constant flow of players that you can bring in at low cost, and you can pay them as they go up, and you can win. And that's coming from me, who, like I said, in the 70s, I saw, what, 5, 6 cups in the 70s. And then the two, one in 83 and one in 86 and 93. So I've seen 8 cups. I'm a little bit spoiled. So, yeah, that's how I want. That's how I see hockey. I might be a little old-fashioned, but anyways, you young guys are gonna school me on the stuff that I'm off on. So, you know, some of the terms and all that, I'm not. I'm getting there though. Okay, let's see. Let's catch up here. Was I at the 86 and 93 parade? It was two of the greatest memories of my life. I wish I had gone. I'm not really a guy to do that kind of stuff, so I didn't go. Now that I'm older, I really regret it. I really do. But no, I didn't go to those parades. So, yeah, regrets. You got them. You got to have them all your life, right? Let's see. Francesco again. Does Ghost fix our power play? Would we still want Carlson after that? No, I don't. I think if you get Ghost, you don't get Carlson. And yeah, I think Ghost goes a long way towards fixing that power play. I think it's the back end. If you don't have a quarterback and you don't have a guy that can feed Weber that shot for that shot. And if you look at Ghost's stats, I think half or maybe almost half of his points come on the power play. Half of his career points are power play points. So yeah, this guy comes in and he helps to fix that power play. Domi over or under 80 points next year, Sports King. Good question. I want to say over, but I think somewhere around 80. He might be just short of 80, just over 80, but I think, yeah, he's going to improve on his totals this year. Why wouldn't he? I mean, it was his breakout year. There are a lot of guys that have 1 year like that and then they don't hit that. I don't think that's his ceiling, though. I think 80 to 90 points is Domi's ceiling. So, yeah, maybe as soon as next year. If not, going to be close, and then the season after that, yeah, as he comes into his prime. Scotty, Galley should never be moved, and when he retires, he should get a role in the player development department. If anyone can teach work ethic, it's Galley. Go Habs, go! Yes, sir. Galley's got that heart and drive, I'll tell you. And you don't move a guy like that. The next captain, I mean, he should. Not that I don't like that Weber's captain. Weber is definitely a captain material, but you got to think that Galley's next captain in line if something happens to Weber. Let's see. Trent, you haven't seen a Habs Cup yet. Sadly, there's a lot of people that haven't seen a Habs Cup. It's sad. I'm lucky as hell to have seen 8 of them. I even have a picture. I'll try to get. I think my ex-wife has it. Of me and one of my sons. He was doing Boy Scouts, and they were showing the cup at one of the local rinks, and he had the job of guarding the cup. So I got to arm around the cup. Picture. Oh my God. If you've never seen the cup up close, guys, it's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. I don't know. Words escape me to describe what it was like to put my arm on the cup and kiss it. I mean, I'm never going to get another opportunity like that again. I have a picture of it. I'll try to get it and I'll show it in one of the videos. Okay, let me catch up here. Oh, damn, there's a lot gone on since I moved the... Carlson for sure. Montreal has a ton of money to spend, and it's time to finally invest. Johnny, I was just saying, I don't know. Carlson's going to want 10, 11 million. No, I don't think they have that. How are you going to pay these guys, Galley, Domi, Tatar, Deneau? How are you going to pay anybody after you sign Carlson at that? My idea when I was talking about Carlson was he comes in not for 7, 8 years. He comes in for 3, 4 years at a decent 8, 9 million. If you could get him at that, okay. That's Carlson. You're going to solve your power play problems. With Weber playing, I would hope you could possibly get him playing next to Weber. Weber would fix him up his defensive liabilities. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay, let me try to catch up. Sorry, guys. Keep apologizing. That's my Canadian side. Um, choo, choo, choo. I really hope this year wasn't a fluke year for Domi. I don't think it was, but that would be devastating. Um, yeah, I don't think it was. You're right. It would be devastating if he goes back to what he was producing in Arizona. But come on, nah. Look at the guy. He's so stoked to be here. He's look at the energy he's got. Look at the way he can skate when he's on and he's strong on the puck and he's skating. He's a thing of beauty. No, I don't think Domi's. I don't think Domi's even reached his potential yet. But you're right. It would be devastating if that happened, especially after they extend him. It would be. Francesco, what do you think of Harmonic? Travis Harmonic. I'm not sure where he's playing. Um, I don't know much about the guy. Honestly, I don't. I think he'd be okay, depending on what he'd cost you and how long you'd have to sign him for. But I don't want to say more than that because I don't know enough about him. Yeah, Adam, I think you're right. He said at Trent McDonald, Domi's a superstar. I think Domi's a superstar in the making. Yeah, he's got that potential. Johnny, I'm sure they can figure it out. Carlson will have a bit of wiggle room because he's going to want to make his wife happy. That's why I say if you can sign him for less term and less money, okay, but not at 10, 11 million for 7 years or 8 years. Forget it. It's insane. It's insane. Hey, Brandon, glad you joined. He said, "I just so sorry if you touched on this. Say that we do get Ghost with the rest of the cap space we have. Do we keep that for extensions or go after Duchesne?" Well, okay, I did touch on that, and yeah, we'll see. That's your options are open, but see, the point is, if you go after Duchesne, you're spending that money, and then you gotta pay Domi, Galley, Deneau, and all the other. You don't have the money at that point, so I don't think Montreal needs an expensive UFA. And like I said earlier too, if you're gonna go after somebody, to me, I think we got to go after this guy, this kid Connor in Winnipeg. I think that's the guy that he makes a difference if you get him. Not that Duchesne won't make a difference, but he's a shoot first um, center. I don't like shoot first centers. I like my centers to have, if they got 20 goals, I want them to have 40 assists or more. They got to be a playmaking guy, a distributor of the puck. That's a center to me. So I'm not high on Duchesne personally, anyway. What do you guys think about that? By the way, about that type of a center? What do you guys like? You like a shoot first or a pass first guy? Let's see. McElhaney is the best available backup. Yes, sir. McElhaney is the guy that I would target, but everybody's targeting him. Everybody's going to target him. So I think he's going to get some decent money, but it depends. If you can get in there and get him for a couple of seasons at decent money. And when I say decent money for Habs, I mean low, but I think he's going to get decent money for him. Okay, let's see, Johnny. Let's be clear. I didn't say Carlson is for sure going to be a Hab. I'm saying I am all for it if he wants to come here. No, I get that. I didn't think you were saying that. No, I get that. But I mean, I'm all for Carlson too, but at what cost is the only thing. I love Carlson. He fixed up a lot of our problems, but it's at what cost? Trent, I think Bergie will be more trade than signed during free agency this year. Yeah, I kind of do too. I think I don't think he's going to sign. He's not a big spender. I don't think they're not big on spending, so I don't think they're going to go out and do that. Even though he's been after Duchesne, I know he's been after Duchesne, and he might sign Duchesne, but I hope not. Okay, something just passed me. Sorry, I was going to read something that just passed me. Adam, if this makes anyone feel better about Sherbak, I saw him skate today with Division 1 and 3 NCAA players, and he wasn't even the best one at there. Yeah, Sherbak, I don't. He's a triple A. He's an AHLer. I don't think he's NHL material. Johnny again can't keep making milk toast pickups. I'm not telling him to make milk toast pickups. And if you're calling Kyle Connor milquetoast. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. But yeah, I agree. Don't pick up. We've got enough of those guys right now. But they don't need to sign a big, expensive free agent either. Bold prediction: 15 June, Habs announced trade Shaw and Juleson to Philly for Gospazier. You know, people are talking that Shaw and Byron aren't enough for Gospazier straight up. It surprised me a bit, but a lot of people are saying that. I think because we're Habs fans, we see it a little differently. So I don't think that's enough. I don't think Shaw and Juleson alone are enough to get just Gospazier. That's the thing. So we'll see. If they can get him for that, go for it all day long. No problem. What's wrong, Ray? My dog is going nuts. Come here. Come up. Everyone wants to see it. Come on. There's my dog, Ray. Say hi, Ray. Hi, Ray. Okay, Daddy's working right now. Do you think Price will continue to play like a brick wall next season? You know, Price was so amazing at the end of last season. If he's not at the age where I think he's going to break down yet. So yeah, I expect Price to be Carey Price. Carlos, I love passing players too, but scoring guys ain't that bad too for wingers. No, for wingers, you want to score it. Yeah, well, you want your center to distribute. You want your wingers to be the opposite. I love my wingers to have 40 goals and 20 assists. That I don't mind that at all. Although then you had Guy Lafleur, who was the opposite. My guy, that's my favorite ever have is Guy Lafleur. And look at what he had. He always had 70, 80 assists to go on. So, but as a center, I think it's kind of necessary. You need to have, for me, you need to have more assists than goals. Okay, I'm missing stuff. Brandon, if there's a UFA available, who I think would fit perfectly that nobody has touched on is Anders Lee. Big kid with a great shot, very good power forward. I agree with you there, but I don't think Lee's going anywhere. I think the Islanders are going to keep him. Isn't he the captain? I don't think they want to lose the captain 2 years in a row. And like you say, he's worth signing. I guess depending on what he wants and everything, but I don't think he's going anywhere. Patrick, as for now, we need more snipers than playmakers. Agreed. You're right. But Duchesne, at the cost he's gonna, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that. But you're right. We need some goals right now. But we need some goals from the back end. We need some more goals from the back end, and that's where Ghost comes in. So if you can get some more offense from the back end, we wouldn't have missed the playoffs. If we had Ghost last year, we wouldn't have missed the playoffs, not by 2 points. There's no way. What do you think, from Craig DeFreitas, who I haven't said hi? Hey, Craig, thanks for coming in. What do you think Montreal will do about Alzner and his contract? Okay, you weren't here earlier. They're going to bury him in the AHL in Laval. He's going to play in Laval unless they can. I was talking about a three-way trade. You can trade him to another team, retain half his salary. That other team turns around, trades him to another team, and retain half of what's left of his salary. And then that third team buys him out. And then everybody's cap hits are really low. And that's the only way to get rid of him, or else he's going to play in Laval. And what's he got? He's got 3 more years. Imagine 3 more years at $4.5 million for this guy. That's Bergevin's biggest mistake. Okay. Trent, personally, I'd like to keep Jolson. Yeah, I mean, personally, I'd like to keep them all, Trent. But you know, it's a business, and in order to improve, you got to give up something. You don't get much for free. Bergevin is good at doing that, though. But you can't always. And a guy like Ghost, you're not getting him cheap. Jake Ventresca. Hey, Jake. Do you think Josh Anderson from Columbus would be a good fit in Montreal? I can't answer that because I don't really know the guy. So I don't want to say yes or no. Somebody I don't know. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of him. I don't know him well enough to. I guess I've seen his name in the games there, but I don't know him well enough. Trent McDonald. I have a feeling Lehkonen will have a breakout year this year and put up 20+ goals. Yeah, so do I. But the thing I'm not sure of is, will it be in a Habs uniform? Kind of have a feeling Lehkonen might be somebody Philadelphia wants, or somebody else wants. But I'd like to see Lehkonen stay here. But you're right. I think Lehkonen has his breakout year also. Good year for the Finns. And hey, listen, KK as well. I think KK makes another step up as well. And hey, the Finnish players. I mean, what's up with the Finland all of a sudden? They're putting out players that are amazing. Like they're just pumping out good players. It's crazy. That's why Ville Heinola is a possibility for Montreal because he's Finnish and they really like Finnish players. So Patrick Thomas. I don't want Duchesne for that price. Just saying that we have Domi, Drouin, Kotkaniemi that are all playmakers, but we need someone other and better than Gallagher to bury it. Oh, I agree, but we don't necessarily need that at center. That's what I'm talking about. By maybe a winger. Yeah, that's probably why they're after Cole Caulfield. Has any of you guys seen his highlights? Oh my God, I hadn't watched them until the other day after when I did that story, and there's no words. This kid is amazing with the puck, shooting. I mean, scoring. He had 105 goals last year total, 72 with the USNDTP team. Say that 5 times, as I always say. Okay, let's see now. Where am I? Carlos, would it be a conflict of interest if you was very rich to pay a player to play for Montreal? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you saying someone from outside who has money to pay a player to come here to Montreal? I don't know. I've never thought of that. I don't think you can do that. Yeah, well, okay. See you next. Or does an owner have to pay? I think an owner has to pay. I don't think you can do that. It's all part of the cap. It all has to come in, so it's all got to be part of your payroll. Okay, Brandon, Josh Anderson would totally fit well with the Habs. I'm surprised Bergie didn't acquire him with his holdout with Columbus. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. There's someone answering. I don't know Josh Anderson well enough to say, but we'll take Brandon's opinion because I don't know what he cost either. So, but if he had a holdout, that means he signed. Are we talking about an RFA? Like an offer sheet? I don't know. I have a feeling it was a lot of talk about offer sheets. I don't think that's going to happen. Patrick Thomas, just have a strange feeling that the only worthy UFA will sign is Nyquist. Yeah, I saw a rumor about them signing Nyquist. He's getting old, so it would be this year's Jordy Ben, I guess. I guess it's a possibility. I don't know, but I mean, don't be disappointed because we're still good. We only missed the playoffs by very little. We're developing. And you never know where he can find somebody and bring somebody in. And this kid Leskinen that Scotty was talking about earlier that might make it, he might make a difference. Apparently on the power play, this kid is lights out. And that, imagine why Scotty mentioned him is that he's like a monster on the power play. So we don't know. All I know is that Bergie doesn't like to spend a lot of money. So I guess, rule out an expensive UFA. I really don't. I hope they don't sign an expensive UFA. Hope I'm not rambling, guys. Adamani, we need Cole Caulfield or even Kaliev. Arthur Kaliev would scare me. He doesn't have a great work ethic, got the shot and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but he scares me risk-wise. I don't know. I think he's a guy that's going to go a little later on in the first round. And Adam's saying Kaliev's so underrated and has a shot and a half on it. Oh, I agree. He's got a lot of tools, but the tool he might be missing is drive. He's been compared to Kovalev, and I can see that. Kovalev was the same kind of way. Had everything going for him, but he didn't have enough drive to be the greatest player ever. He had the potential to be up there in the great players, but he didn't have the drive to do it. He was just happy with being what he was. Excuse me. Johnny, KK will gain some weight over the summer and come into next year twice as good as he was. Yeah, that's what I kind of expect. He got, what, 34 points this year? I'm kind of expecting to see him maybe up to 50. I don't expect a breakout year in his second year, not at his age, but it could happen. But I think I could see 50 points from him. To me, that would be a breakout year. Where am I? Johnny says Panarin. No, I don't. I don't think Panarin. I don't think Panarin's coming here. Oh God, how far did I get? Okay, Hockey Crabs. Hey, Hockey Crabs, if I didn't say hi yet. There was a rumor that Pittsburgh was interested in Lehkonen and would give Oli Mata. Would that be a good trade? No, I don't think so. No, I don't. I wouldn't like that. I like Lehkonen a lot. I think you need more than Oli Mata for Lehkonen. I think he's poised to have a really big season. Lehkonen was, if you noticed last year, Lehkonen was there at the net, just missed the tip in, just missed that. His shot just missed. That's going to connect eventually. Kind of like Victor Mete. Victor Mete, yeah, no goals, but he was close so many times. That's got to connect sometimes. And once you break that, the dam, floodgates open, it happens. So yeah, I'm kind of expecting Lehkonen to have a good year. And Mete, I think Mete, especially if they don't pick up anybody and they don't trade much, he's playing with Weber, he's going to get a few goals. He's not going to go zero all year. See, Brandon, Cole Caulfield is unreal. He is. Would love to have to trade up for him. If he was even 6 foot, he would be a top 5 pick easy. Oh my God. If he was 5'11", yeah. It doesn't have to be 6 foot. If he was excuse me, guys. If he was 5'10", I think he's a top 10. I think he's a top 10 anyway, but yeah, top 5. But if he was 6 feet, oh my God, this kid is amazing. But today's NHL, you can be a little small and still be okay as long as you got that talent. Okay, I'm going to bypass a few. Sorry, guys, it's inevitable. Coming here with Edmonton, Craig. I think Caulfield is going to go to Edmonton at pick 8. That's what I picked him twice to go there in my mock drafts. Because Edmonton needs a fast winger to play with McDavid, so he won't be available for Montreal. And they gave away Taylor Hall for nothing almost. They got to replace Taylor Hall, and that's the perfect guy to replace Taylor Hall, I think. And like I said, I think he might be ready to go next year. And if he's not ready right away, he's going to be ready during the season or to start the next season. The kid has looked amazing. And granted, I'm watching highlights, so I don't see his regular play, but yeah, with McDavid or Draisaitl next to him or feeding him, yeah. Adam, when I think of talent without drive, I automatically think of Andre Kostitsyn. Yeah. I got a funny story about them that I don't know if I can tell here. About him and his brother. I don't know if I can tell it, so I'm not going to. Him and Sergei and Andre. Andre was the better of the two that way, believe it or not. But yeah, they like to party and do some funny things. Anyway, I don't want to get in trouble for saying stuff I shouldn't say. Brandon, totally agree on Kaliev. He is the biggest boom or bust prospect. His potential is so high and could definitely score 40. With Weber and other leaders on the team, I don't think drive will be an issue. Yeah, but you don't know that. We don't know that for sure. Some guys just don't listen. But yeah, he's a big boom or bust. He's either gonna boom or bust right out. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I dislike the guy, but I don't know. I don't really want Montreal to pick him. Okay, let's get down here. Johnny says, man, do you think anyone is going to come here? You've shot down pretty much every possibility thus far. The reason why I'm doing that is more because I don't think they need a lot of change. I think they need to tweak, not change too much. So I don't think big changes are going to make it, might even hurt them because I think they've kind of gelled a lot. Last year was the type of season where this team kind of came together. And I don't think you need to break that apart too much. So that's maybe why I'm shooting down so much. Plus, it's that cap issue. You got to pay these guys, and they're here already. So, yeah. So sorry. I mean, if you wanted me to not shoot them down, I'm sorry. I gotta be me, as they say. Okay, so Trent, if KK plays, uh, I guess you're saying second line this year. Autocorrect. I can see him putting up 50 plus points. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and maybe even on the third line. What if Suzuki's on his wing? That wouldn't be too bad. If one of the tweaks is just they traded Shaw, they got Gospel's. Armia moves up. Suzuki takes his spot. Now he's centering Suzuki. Possibilities are almost endless. Paling on the third line. Wait, I got to get back to that. And from Trent, and Paling on the third line could. I'm not sure. I guess could only put up 20 goals. Paling on the fourth line in that one game put up 3. Not saying he's going to do that every game, but some players. Look at Paul Byron. He plays third, fourth line. He puts up good numbers. Yeah, he'll put up 20 goals. I think at least. Okay, probably put up 20. Yeah, I think Paling will probably put up 20 goals. Yeah, he looked really good in that last game. Wow. Patrick Thomas. If I haven't said hi, I'm not sure I did. Hi, hi, Patrick. You're saying this to Adam. Newhook would be perfect, but so would Kaliev, even if he's a boomer bust. Tomasino and Dorofayev would be nice. Good defenseman in the second round that I go for a forward with our first pick. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good defensemen around, and they can get one in the second round. I've been talking about another local kid, Samuel Bolduc. Kid's got a howitzer of a shot from the point, and he looks really good. He's a 6'4", 212 pounder. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities second round. Yeah, I think they should go for best offensive player out there when they pick. Or my pick, Samuel Poulin. You can beat me up for that one. Let's see, what are we? Oh, man, 8:30. The time went fast. The way to go, we'll do another 15, 20 minutes or so, and then we'll call it. I was going to do only a half hour or an hour. David Arthur, Montreal Canadiens, Carl Alsner. No one wants him. You're right. No one wants him. Hey, Adam, you're welcome. Too bad you're at work, but if it's killing time, I'm glad. Johnny says, this is not a cup team yet. Still need a number 1 center. I agree. Too much messing around will mess up the chemistry. But they still need one more piece. They got the money, so it's time. I kind of think they need 2 more pieces, really. And you could say 3 with a backup goalie, because they got to get a backup goalie. That's one. They need to fix that hole in the back on defense. If they want to make a quick jump, they need to do that this year. And they need something up front. I'm not sure what, but they need some kind of scoring element up front, either a center or a winger. I don't think a center, though, because of all the kids you want to develop them. I think we have enough centers that are going to do good. So it's a matter of, and maybe they don't need that much. What if Armia has a breakout season and he scores 30? Makes up for a lot of it, so we'll see. I don't know. You've only got the 12 spots, 16 spots, whatever, 12 spots. It's not easy to fit everybody together. Let's see. Oh, we're at the bottom. Okay. So Helen Johnson. Hey, Helen, how you doing? It's funny. My analytics tell me no women watch my videos, but I got like 5 or 6 subscribers that I know of that are women. So hey, Helen, welcome to the chat. I agree. Habs don't need much change, just a little tweaking. Couple RFAs, and we are golden. You mean offer sheets? I don't think they're going to do the offer sheet route. I really don't. There was a lot of talk about it a couple of weeks ago. Everyone was doing videos about it and stuff, but I don't know. The talk kind of died down about RFAs, so I don't know. Hey, Johnny, you're at work too. Okay, cool. Glad I can help you guys out. Trent, I have a feeling Paling or Suzuki will be a dark horse candidate for Calder next year, maybe. Yeah, they got a good shot at Suzuki. I don't know. I have a feeling he's going to be really good. Yeah, yeah. I'm really so looking forward to having these guys come up and play. It's been so long since we've had prospects that we're that excited about, and like not just one of them. We got multiple. Uh, Hockey crabs. I think we need a right winger the most up front because we have a lot of left wingers and young centers. Um, yeah, I mean a winger, whatever side, but I kind of like this kid Connor, and he's a left winger. But yeah, I wouldn't argue with a right winger as long as he's got the talent. That's what I say. But yeah, but we could develop that. I mean, like I said, if they trade Shaw, Armia moves up and Suzuki comes in his place, and fourth line will be Wheel. Will be, I think he's a right winger. So you're kind of set there. But I don't for depth. I don't know. You might be right there for depth. Brandon, I have a question not Habs related. Do you think Ovechkin will break Gretzky's goal record? Good question, Brandon. I'll say this: if anyone's going to do it, I think it's him. Um, it's hard to say. If he puts up another season of 50 goals next season, I think I might say he's got a really good shot. So, because I don't know how old he is. He's getting up there, so we'll have to see if there's any drop off starting next season. Then no, because he can't have a drop off. He's got to hit those numbers every year till he hits it. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't give you a definitive answer. I haven't really thought about it, but that's my thoughts on it. Next year we'll probably be able to judge a little bit better. Adam, if I'm Winnipeg, I keep Connor over Lane. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure I disagree with you, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think Lanny's going to get signed. The thing is, at what price? I don't know. He wants a lot of money, I imagine. Johnny says, "Oh God, no, not more wingers. We got a lot of everything, but if you're making trades, you don't know who's going to go either. So we'll see." Johnny Lanny didn't have a good season. He didn't. He started off really slow. He kind of made up a little bit for it, but he didn't have a good season. Trent, I remember when our prospects consisted of De La Rose, McCarron, Sherbak, Hudon, and Tenorti. Sheesh, what an upgrade to now. What a difference. Am I right? At least now you can look and see the guys down there and say, wow, we got stuff coming up that's going to be good. Yeah. So that's why I hope they don't trade away these guys. And we take the 2-3 years to develop them because look what we got coming up. The potential there is amazing. Patrick Thomas, I'm afraid that Poulin's game will not translate well in the NHL. I see him more as a grinder in the NHL than an elite sniper playmaker. So I'm not going to beat you up for it, but I don't want Poulin at 15. I'm not going to disagree with you in that, I mean, he has potential to be a top six. Also has potential to be a third liner. I agree. And I'm not saying they should pick him at 15, but if they're going to pick him and they want him, they got to drop down. So you drop down to do it, pick up a couple couple draft picks extra, can't hurt you. So that's it. Like everybody that you want and you really want is gone already. Then why not drop down and pick up a local kid that's got some potential? And he's not a Louis LeBlanc. Okay, hey Scott, if you're still here, sorry, I just saw your comment. If have a good night. Enjoy the Raptors game. Thanks for coming out, buddy. Sports King will. Oh God, that went by. Okay, will Delorier will Delorier make the team next year as a 23rd player, carrying him? I mean, he's a guy that can fill in. Depends on what they do. I mean, it depends on the kind of moves they make, I guess. But no, I don't. I don't think so. I kind of think Delorier might be in the mouth. Trent says, I don't think Ovi drops off much for a few years at least. How old is he? Can someone tell me how old he is? I don't know how old Ovi is. And I can't disagree with that, but that's why I'm saying we'll see. If there starts to be a drop off, you got to say no. But if he keeps pushing them out, then yeah, he's going to be right there anyway. So, and that's a great thing. Who would think that somebody would challenge Gretzky's record? I wouldn't have thought that. That's for sure. I would not have thought that. Adam Iny is saying, I know many would disagree, but I think Billy Hanola will turn out better than Cam York and would take him at 15 over York. I think that's a good possibility that they will because he's from Finland, number one. He'll fit in with the guys that are here already. Cam York is more of a long term. I think if you pick York, you're not expecting him for a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 even. So, you got to be patient with that. Hanola, I didn't do a video on him, so I didn't dig deep. I don't know a lot about him, so I won't talk to that, but I think you might be right. I'll go that far. Okay, why would I didn't get that part? I'm not going to say Johnny. Sorry, not French. I don't know why Sport King said that. So, Brandon, no chance. DLO is that Delorier is on the team next year. Maybe a 13th forward. Well, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be, but he doesn't bring much anymore. Ever since his facial injury, he hasn't been the same. No, I kind of agree. He's just a fill-in kind of guy anyway. So he's not going to make much of a difference. And I think they've got too many guys now. I don't think he's got a spot. So I think he's going to be in Laval. Let's see. Yeah, David, I think Montreal will make the playoffs and we will make some noise. I hope it's another year like this year where anything happens. Hey, Lee Max, how you doing? Thanks. Appreciate you like the channel. Yeah, Johnny, oh God, remember LeBlanc. Yeah, the draft was here, so I think they were pressured to draft him. I don't think they should have, and yeah, it was a big mistake. They shouldn't have not have drafted him. But it was because the draft was here in Montreal. I'm pretty sure that's why they took him. But honestly, I don't think Poulin's the same. Or Samuel Bolduc, the defenseman. But I'd like to see them take Bolduc with their probably their second pick in the second round if he's around. They've got 2 picks within 3. They got one, then there's another pick. Yeah, I'd like to see them take Bolduc there. Poulin won't be around then. I don't think so. He's going to go somewhere around 30, late 20s and mid 30s. He's going to go. So I don't know. Craig asks, do you think Krebs will be available at 11 if we somehow traded for Philly's pick? Yeah, I think that's where Krebs is pretty much slated. A lot of the mock drafts, that's pretty much where you have him. A lot of the people are saying that's where it's about there. I kind of think with his injury, if he was going to go a little higher, I think he might drop to there. So yeah, you might get Krebs at 11 if they trade up. But the thing is, if they want Caulfield, you're not going to get Caulfield at 11. I don't think Caulfield's going later than like we were saying, not later than 8th. I can't see Edmonton not picking Caulfield if he's there. Although, I mean, I say I can't see it, but of course it could happen. Anything can happen. Ovi is 33, but has never scored less than 32 goals in every single year, including the lockout 20. Yeah, he's going to need a lot more than 30 a year to get that. Although, I mean, what's he doing now? Does he ever get less than 50 anymore? I don't know. If he can keep pumping out those 50s, yeah. But if he starts getting back down to 32, I don't know. I don't think so. And if he's 33, now you think he's 33, maybe he's not 33, but he's in his 30s. How many more seasons does he have at that? So I don't know how far away he is. How far away is he from hitting Gretzky's number? I don't know. I think he needs like 3-4 years at 50 goals. So can he do it? Hey, David, thanks. I try to be. Montreal Canadiens, people, got to be nice guys. We're all in a. It's like a. It's not a. What's the word I'm looking for? The words leaving me. Sorry. It's not a cult. We're not in a cult, but cult-like. Trent, did you guys see KK's draft question and answer sheet that was online today from when he was drafted last year? No, I didn't see that. I must have missed that. If you want to let us know what it was, go ahead. Someone said something about Hanola. Patrick is saying Hanola already plays in a men's league and performs well. York was on a stacked USNDP team. I would prefer Hanola as well. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right there. Yeah, it's true. He was playing with men, and yeah, and I kind of think if they're going to pick a defenseman there, um, it's not going to be Broberg. I don't like Broberg. I think it might be Hanola. I think it might be Hanola. And I know I didn't do a video on him. I'm thinking of it because I did. And the next one on in my Habs entry draft prospects series, the last one I was going to do the last one at 10 is Ryan Suzuki, but I'm thinking I might do 11 and do Hanola because I have a feeling he might get picked by them. Johnny, do I stream games during the season? This is my very first live stream, and my plan is to yes, probably Saturday night games. I'm going to try to do one game at least a week, and maybe one other stream where we just talk about hockey. So we'll see how it goes. But that's my plan is to do a couple of streams a week. I like this. It's fun. I can't believe how fast the time has gone. Frank the Tank. Love the name. Frank the Tank. Welcome. About the Gospel trade rumor, I fail to understand why Philadelphia would want to trade a good young D-man. Have you any idea why they would look at trading him? Well, apparently, they first of all they have three other good in their top four. They have three other good defensemen that they've deemed apparently better than him because of his off year last year. They feel he's expendable, and I guess something to do with cap. Although at $4.5 million, I don't know how they're saving much on cap if they trade him. So either to bring back pieces they want, they feel he's expendable, and the talk has been around for a while that he's going to be on the block. So it's not something I made up, but it seems that the Montreal and Gospelzier talk has some legs. But yeah, Gospelzier looks like he's going to get traded out of Philadelphia, if not to Montreal, to somewhere else. Oh, Trent is answering it there right below you. I lost it. He had a bad year. Okay, I lost it. Look right below that comment, Frank the Tank. Trent answered it. Okay, Trent, with the Ovi thing, I saw somewhere that if he plays for X amount of years, he needs to score an average of 33 goals a year or something like that. As low as that, eh? I thought it was like 53 goals. Ovi is at 658 total, thanks, Brandon, and needs 894. And he's 33. I mean, at 33 goals a year, he's going to need like 6-7 years. I don't know. 7 years? No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be. He's going to play till he's 40. I don't know. I wouldn't guarantee on that. But if he can get 50 goals for four more seasons, he's got it pretty much. So that's why I say if he doesn't get 50 goals next year, you got to say, well, maybe not. If he repeats that, he doesn't get 50 goals the next year, then I think not. So there's got to be no drop off from the 50 goals. And that is my opinion. Adam, can Jake Evans make the push to the NHL? You know, there was a couple of articles out about him. I didn't get to read them all. I just kind of read the headlines. Apparently, he's got the drive for it. He's got the heart and desire to get there. I don't know if he's going to be a top NHLer, but I think he has the drive and the desire to get to the NHL. And he's in a good organization with a good coach. And he might not play here. He might be put in a trade. You never know. But I think Jake Evans will make it. David, hey Rick, what cars do you like? I used to work for CAA. I know a lot of cars. I don't drive anymore. My eyes. Plus, I also the environment. Unless I get an electric car, I don't drive anymore. What cars do I like? I'm not big on flashy cars. I don't know. for me, I always said, why spend money like buy a $75,000 car? I'd rather have three $25,000 cars. Um, I haven't driven for about 4 years now, so I don't know. What do you like? What kind of cars do you like? Trent McDonald, you should live stream more often. I love interacting. You know what? I love interacting with you guys too. And now that I see that this is working, even during the summer, guys, I'm planning to do one. I think I'm going to make this once a week. We'll try to do a schedule like a regular once a week thing. So yeah, hey, let's have some hockey talk regularly during the summer too. Okay, we're going to be down to 10 more minutes, guys. Going to stop at 9 o'clock. Okay. Brandon, yes, but Philly already has Sanheim and Provorov and Hag and potentially Morat on the left. They lack forward depth and right side defense. Well, this is it. This is why they're going to trade Ghost, because they've got three good guys. Hag's pretty good. Provorov, they say, is probably their best one, and Sanheim is a good defenseman. So, yeah, this is why they're going to trade Gospeser. He had a bad season, and I guess just the one of them that had the bad season, that's the one they're going to trade. I don't know. Philly's not one of my favorite teams. I don't dislike them like the Bruins and the Leafs, but they're not. Oh, let me ask you. This is a good question. Let me ask you. First of all, I can't ever cheer for Boston or Toronto. I don't necessarily have to trash them, but I'm never going to cheer for them. I don't like Philly, but they're just so. What teams do you guys like? Or what I'm going to ask is, what teams do you guys dislike? Like I dislike Boston and Toronto. And we got like 10 minutes to go, so let's hear what you guys say. Art La Riviere. Hey, Art. I haven't said hi already. Thanks for coming in. Do you think Byron will go? I hope not. But, Byron is the kind of player that the teams are going to want. And he's also the kind of player that unfortunately can be expendable. And I just really like him. And he's 31, I think, now. So he's getting up there. I don't know. I hope they don't. But I don't know. Anything can happen. And I could kind of see Bergie trading him to get what he wants. So I hope not. I hope that answers the question. And nice to see someone my age out there. Thanks for coming in, Art. Thanks that you're my age too. Sucks to be old though, eh? 1111. Why don't the Habs have Larry Robinson helping our defensemen? That's a good question. I don't know if there's something between Molson and Larry Robinson. He offered a couple times and wanted to come here, and they don't want him, and I don't know why. Everywhere he goes, they're winning. Look, he's now with St. Louis, and they won. Yeah, good question. I would like to see him be here, but they don't want him. If you didn't watch my hockey card video, I delivered a pizza to him many years ago when I was doing that, and I have his autograph. Tall guy. My God, I like to look up at him. Yeah, nice guy though. Nice guy. Johnny Golden. Hey Johnny. Nice to see you out there. I didn't notice if you've been around. I'm sorry if I didn't say hi before. Rick, Scotia Canadian live streamed Habs last game versus Toronto and picked up over 20 new subs. Yeah, no, listen, it's good for me and my channel, And once I hit 1,000, I'm able to do. It'll be a better stream because I'll be able to use my phone and do mobile. You can't do that till you hit 1,000 subs. So, but yeah, I mean, look, it's good. It's a good thing for us. But and you know what? I was nervous all day about this because it's my first one. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. So I hope you guys are happy putting up with me. And yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. So it's fun. And the benefit of it is you get some subscribers. Excuse me, my mouth is dry from talking so much. Hockey crabs. I just like the Rangers, Bruins, and Leafs. The Rangers don't bother me. Yeah, I don't mind the Rangers. They're fine. Craig, I just like Edmonton. Yeah, I'm okay with Edmonton. But of course, everybody's allowed to like, even Montreal haters, if you want to come in and talk, hey, I'm open to everybody. Everyone's allowed to like the team they like for the reasons they like, as long as you don't hate on somebody for liking another team. I don't believe in that. Like who you want, hate who you want, that's fine, as long as we can converse. That's all that matters. That's what I like about having this channel is that we can all talk about all our different likes and dislikes, and it's fun. Let's see. I think I fell off here a bit. David Arthur, Ottawa Senators, Columbus Blue Jackets, Anaheim Ducks. He hates. Yeah, I don't dislike either of those, but I mean, I understand that. I can see you hating Ottawa right now for sure. Adam, as a Habs fan born in '98, I hate Toronto, Boston, Ottawa, Rangers, and Tampa. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely the Toronto, Boston. That'll never change for me. I can't. I can't ever like those teams. Too ingrained. And you can say Toronto, why? Because they've been crappy for so long, but it goes back to the '70s. That's the team. And plus, I'm in Montreal. Montreal and Toronto, just as cities, have natural rivalry. Montreal's a great city. We're open. We'll take people in, befriend. You can be part of our clique. You can do that. In Toronto, if you don't know people before you go there, no, they're not too quick on taking new people in. I don't like Toronto. If you're from Toronto, I don't mean to put you down. And if you're here and you're my, believe me, I'm happy you're here, and I'm not going to insult you or anything. Believe me, I'm not like that. But I've grown up that way. I have a natural rivalry with Toronto. But hey, people live in Toronto. I'm sure they love their city, right? Trent, I just like Boston, Ottawa, and Pittsburgh. David also hates Calgary because Edmonton Oilers are one of his favorites. Yeah, I get that one. That's for sure. That's the reason I don't like Boston or Toronto. Sports King, how do you think Laval will do next season? That's a good question. I know they haven't been doing too well. I think they'll do better. I don't know that much about their players, honestly. Only the ones that are real prospects for Montreal. They've got a good coach in Joel Bouchard, that's for sure. And I imagine it was his first year, I think, coaching them last year. So I expect to see them do better. Frank the Tank, who were you guys cheering for when Toronto was playing Boston in the playoffs? Yeah, I couldn't. I just couldn't handle that series. There's no way. There's no way you could get me to. You'd have to tie me down to a chair to get me to watch that series. No way. No interest in that. No, wouldn't cheer for either team. And to the point, look, with Toronto, to the point where if they were in that playoff game last night, I wouldn't cheer for them, even though they're the only Canadian team and bringing a cup back to Canada. I can't. It's too ingrained. Let's see. I need thicker glasses. What for? What? Because I can't see well. Yeah. Sorry for all the glare in them. I can't help that. And if I don't wear them, forget it. I'm not reading your questions. So if you want my glasses off, when I've got my it's my cousin. I live here with my cousin. When she's going to be helping, I'll take my glasses off. Otherwise, no way I'm reading. I can't see nothing. And believe me, 10 years ago, didn't need glasses. That's what happens when you get old. Galactic Underwear. What a name. Love the name. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Unfortunately, you're near the end, but nice to have you. He says, neither. I hope they both lost and the referee won. That's a good answer. It's a good answer. And I hope they both somehow lose. I want to see a nothing game that never gets resolved, and we just play overtime after overtime. That's how I'd see it. Let's see. Johnny Golden, are you going to stream the draft? Yes. Yeah, well, that's why I'm doing this one here. I wanted to make sure we could do this on this computer. This is a very slow computer, but it seems to run a lot better streaming. I'm really surprised that it's not lagging. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this I don't know for 5 straight hours, but I might take a break here and there. But I plan to do it for the whole first round if I can. So hope to see you guys there. Okay, so we're coming up to the end, guys. I'd love to stick around and do more, but I can't. I have not eaten supper yet, and it's 9:30, 9 o'clock. So, yeah, I got to take off. So, but I'm gonna do the live stream. I don't really know what time the draft and all that starts, but I'll be starting now. I probably won't put up a notice for it because I don't want to take a chance of doing to do it in advance because for some reason on my computer when I give the time it wants to give it in greater mountain time. So I don't know. If I put it in, then the thing's not going to start for 3-4 hours. I don't know. So I'm gonna come on as I start. So I'm gonna be there for draft. Don't worry about it. Okay. So listen, I'm sorry I can't answer all your questions, and you got a whole bunch left here. I'm really sorry, but I got to hit the road. Thanks for everybody who showed up. Thanks for everybody who's still here and wants me to continue. I really appreciate it from the heart, you guys. You made my day. Thank you. And I loved all the questions and the interaction. This was amazingly fun. So we're going to be doing this once a week. So next week's is going to be the draft, and then we're going to do them after that. And definitely on July 1st, free agent signing day. Got to be there. Okay? So thank you guys. I really, really appreciate tonight. So I hope you had fun. And I got to sign off. I really got to sign off. I'm going to hit the button. I'm really sorry I got to hit the button on you, but I'm going to sign off. Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. Putting out Ryan Suzuki tomorrow. It's my video for tomorrow. And I might do something else. I'm not sure. So look for that. And I'll speak to you in the comments and see you next week for the draft. Have a good night, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Bye-bye.